Good morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been playing drums since 1998, but most of it's been on rudimental and concert percussion, and only a wee bit on the drum kit. Now, today I'm working on limb independence, and I'm specifically going to be practicing patterns that are out of this book, 50 Ways to Syncopation. It's by Don Moyle. Highly recommend the book. And the way that I'm working on this is kind of outlined in Gary Chester's books, New Breed 1 and New Breed 2, if you're interested in learning more about how to develop limb independence. Now, in these practice streams, I like to share what I'm working on and how I'm working on it. So if you go into this playlist, there's over 350 videos of me showing how I'm trying to improve as somebody who's been drumming for almost 3 decades now. Wow, I'm old. Now, in any of these older videos, you will find timestamps in the description to show what I was practicing or what I was talking about. Often people come into the various chats that I've got, because I've got several chats up on my other screen, and people ask me some questions. I will often edit those questions down into these videos. There's almost 100 of them, with over 13 hours of drumming tips from somebody who's been drumming for a long time, and I've taught every grade, kindergarten through doctoral student, since 2003. So I've got a range of performing and teaching experience, so that's why people ask me some questions. Now, the videos I'm going to be practicing to develop my limb independence, you can find on my home tab of YouTube. We got all the chop stuff. We've got over 1,000 grid variations. All the limb independence videos, I'll be using these today. We've got a bunch of marching bass stuff, some drumline cadences, over 350 technique exercises, and then here's where you can find the tips, some lessons, and then all of the prior live streams, if that's of interest to you. Again, it's on my home tab of YouTube, all organized neatly. Now, because I have not done a lot of limb independence, and I need some motivation, we're going to have Shia LaBeouf here help me out. He's going to inspire me to work on my independence of limbs. Here we go, Shia. Motivate me. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, we are tired of starting over. And now I'm super motivated. Thank you, Shia. Okay, so the limb independence patterns that I'm working on are all the ones I'm not good at yet. So we're going to skip all these ones that are white and green. So the white ones are technically proficient, which means I can play the ink on the page. The green ones are musical, which means I can add in some different timbres, textures, etc., and make it sound better. And we're going to focus on the ones that I'm not good at yet. So, for example, this one we played at 180 and it was meh. Okay, let's try it at 175, so we'll go a little bit slower. And the pattern that I'm playing, again, this is out of Dom's book, 50 Ways to Syncopation, but it's very basic. It's surprisingly simple, but there's so much space in it, it's difficult. You'll see. So you're playing quarter on list. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a hi-hat. On 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. While you're reading through the short notes on the snare drum, straight. So, and long notes on the bass drum, okay? Etc. Okay? That's the plan. Now, whether or not I can do that, we'll find out. So again, I'm on my home tab of YouTube, and we've got the limb independence section. So if I click on this, it just expands, makes it easier to see these different charts. Because I'm going to play this at 175 and straight, I'm going to go into this playlist right here, and I'm going to pick any one of these 55 different drum charts in here. We'll go ahead and do this one, 6 through 10. Sounds great. Ooh, that's not the resolution I want. Good guess. All right. In all of the timestamps in the description for all 2,000 plus play-alongs that are on my YouTube channel, there are these timestamps in here, so you can click on it, and then it'll count you off and you can jump to whatever BPM you want to work on. Let me turn up the volume. It will count you off. You can hear a click track and everything. You can hear the rhythms, etc. You can't hear it on your end because it's muted. There's like a slight sync delay. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and... So again, ride, keeping quarter notes, hi-hat on 3 with the foot, short notes on snare, long notes on bass drum. 1, 2, ready, and... For me, the hardest part is the hi-hat. When playing this, making sure that you're playing that on 3, not on 2, not on 4. 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Whoopsies. Okay, that one's a tricky one. It's a little weird, right? I wrote it that way intentionally. Every one of these charts has got a different feel to it. 2, a 1, 2, here we go. Last chart, and then we'll stretch and massage, and then we'll get into several more patterns I'm not good at yet, hence why we're practicing. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, in general, that was not terrible. So I'm going to go back into my spreadsheet. This helps me to keep track of like how am I playing over time. And I'm going to say we played it at 175, and in general, I was mostly technically proficient. There were some reading errors there because Hooked on Phonics did not work for me. So I'll need to go back and get a refund on that. And in general, I was making progress on it. So next time I go through this, the goal is to make it so that on average, it ends up as technically proficient, meaning playing ink on the page, or musical. Once that happens, that's the average, then this column A will switch over. So this helps me keep track of like, okay, which ones sound good. So all the ones above here sound good, on average, compared to this one, which sounds bad, and then these other ones that I'm still working on. The red is like, ooh, it's bad. So we'll keep working on those. But before we continue to work on that, I'm going to do stretch and massage routine. Whee! Gravity. It still works. First thing you do is you take your hands, you hold them like this. You pull in, you push through. It's weird. It stretches the side of your forearm, though. There's a video on my home tab of YouTube under the lessons at the bottom of the home tab, and it's called "This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming." It gives you a better view of like these different stretches and massages I'm doing. It also shows you how to stretch for rotary if you play traditional grip, or if you play like marimba, like Steven's grip. But I don't do that anymore, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearm now, so I'm just pulling back a little bit, giving myself a nice stretch. If you have like carpal tunnel or want a deeper stretch, do 2 fingers and then 2 fingers. Hold them there for like 20 to 30 seconds. You can also do this on the wall, like I demonstrated in yesterday's technique stream. I was working on some rudimental stuff. Switched hands. This stretch feels great this morning. Yay! And now I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So you could pull it like this. You could do 2 fingers. You could do this one on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Or you could do this on your legs like this. Again, stretching the top side of the forearm. And then the last stretch that I'll do is for the fingers. And then I'll do a very quick massage routine, and we'll get back into limb independence patterns in order to try and improve my drumming on the kit of drums. So thumb to thumb goes twice as fast. Just stretches your fingers. Again, as somebody who's been drumming for almost 3 decades now, the reason why I'm able to keep drumming and play fast and have healthy hands is because I take care of them. I promise, it helps. I was literally getting to a point where I was like, do I need to quit drumming? And then I went and saw a hand specialist. He's a doctor in handing. And I got to hand it to him. He did a great job. Yeah. Middle finger. Ooh, ASMR. Enjoy. Free of charge. You don't even have to be a channel member for that. So generous. Can I do another one? Ooh, little baby one. Enjoy. Today's ASMR drum kit stream with your host, Jared Leary. Okay, so this is the last stretch. Now I'm going to do a massage routine. So I'm massaging the thumb on the top side of the forearms and then the fingers underneath. It feels good. I promise. If it doesn't feel good, you might be doing it wrong. You also might need to massage up and down your tricep or even your bicep if those are tight. It depends on what you've done in the last 48 hours or so. And next, massaging the back side of the hand with the fingers, and then the palm with the thumb. Just kind of work your way around, loosen things up. And then the very last thing that we'll do before we get back into drumming is massaging the fingers. So start from your upper body, work your way to your lower body, basically. So like larger muscles to smaller. Another way to think of it. Whatever works for you. To get everything relaxed. If you do this, it will help you. At least once, maybe even twice a day, depending on how much drumming you're doing. Base the tip of each one of the fingers at least 2-3 times. Massage it. Oh, yeah. And once you finish this, then you're done. You can get back into drumming. Now, the stuff that I'm working on are some difficult patterns for me, which is why I'm practicing them, you know, trying to get better. Why practice the stuff you're good at. But the spreadsheet that I was using is basically everything from Don Moyle's book that I showed at the beginning of the stream, 50 Ways of Syncopation. And it's just a great like framework for some patterns to practice. But how you practice them is a mystery for a lot of people. So a lot of people are like, well, what do I actually do to develop the limb independence? So if you go back on the home tab of my YouTube channel, too far, right here, and you scroll down a little bit, where it's got the limb independent stuff. Every single one of these videos has a video in it that outlines how to actually do limb independence. So let's say you're like wanting to like work on one of these charts or something. So if you go into the playlist, this second video, how to develop limb independence, outlines a framework for exactly what I'm doing to develop this. I'm skipping a lot of the steps right now because I don't need to do them. But once we get to the point where like I completely have myself and it does not sound good, then I will back up some steps and work on that and then start progressing through that. So if you want to learn how to develop limb independence, that video that's at the top of any one of these, like if you're in the triplet timing exercises, it's in the second video. First one just kind of very quickly tells you how to use all these play-alongs, and then the second one specifically shows you how to develop limb independence, so you can do that. Now we're going to develop limb independence with another pattern. We're going to work on it. And the one that I'm going to do now is wet. Scroll up. Oh, this one's hard. Okay. Yikes. All right, so what are we doing here? So this pattern, you're playing samba with your feet, which isn't very difficult. Okay, basic, right? But you are, instead of playing with a hi-hat, what you're doing is on 1, you're doing a downstroke on a closed hi-hat. And on 3, you have an open stroke while you hit. Okay, while you read through the patterns on the snare drum. It is not easy. So for me, it's the feet that really, like, get wonky. While trying to get that open 3 and making it sound tasty. So, the last time I played this, how fast did I go? Survey says 170, and it was out of control. Let's try it at 160 then. So let's slow it back down. This is why we keep these journals. Okay, so we're in the limb independence section on my home tab. Click to expand, and I'm playing straight charts. And I'm going to go into here. This playlist is, all of them are from 160 to 240. And then you just pick any one of these, like 55 charts, and you play along with it. So like, I don't know, 21 through 25. Sounds great. In the timestamps in the description, you can go to whatever BPM you want. Like if you want to play it at 213, just click and it'll count you off. But the very first one is 160, so I'm just going to reset it there. Wish me luck. This one is a hard one. Again, that's why I'm practicing it. Trying to get better at the stuff I'm not good at yet. 1, 2, ready, and... A 1, a 2, here we go. Oof, my brain has to like buffer when playing this one. It's gotta like warm up. A 1, a 2, here we go. You can do it. The open hi-hat's better than it was last time, so that's good. My right foot is actually getting a little tired. 1, a 2, here we go. A lot of reading issues, that one. Alright, last chart. It's better, but it still doesn't sound good. That's so rough. But it was better than it was. It's still not good. Nowhere near where we want it to be. So we mark it as meh. It increases the number of times I gotta play it better before it'll actually be able to graduate from it. But I'm making progress on it. So it's no longer out of control, but it still doesn't sound good. So next time I'll play it probably around 160 again, and we'll continue to try this. I'm spending a few minutes on each one of these rather than just working on it for like an entire hour session. And that's because I'm on the refinement phase as opposed to the learning phase. So if you go back into this video, that's at the top of each one of the limb independence playlists, how to develop limb independence on the drum kit. So this outlines some steps for the learning phase as well as steps for the refining phase. So I highly recommend checking that out if you actually want to be able to work on your own limb independence. Okay, what's this one? Okay, so Samba, feet again, ride, plays. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one was a rough one. But it's getting better. So what's going on here? So we're playing this again. Now, normally when playing these patterns, I'll play that pattern. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and but this one changes it up. So this one really messes with my head because I just don't have enough time working on it with my brain. So what you're doing is 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and. Okay, so instead of 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, you're playing 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and while reading through all the patterns on the snare drum. And last time we did it at 140. Okay. So we gotta go to a different playlist. So again, I'm on my home tab of the Tube of You, and we're scrolling down to the limb independence section, and we click on here. And so far, apparently today, we're working all on straight charts, but there are swung versions of these charts as well. But we're going into this playlist, and we're gonna do it at 140, and I'm just gonna pick a random one. Sure. I may have chosen poorly. We will find out. Today's episode of Jared is practicing publicly. And 1, 2, ready, and... Alright, wish me luck. 1, 2, here we go. Alright. Not bad. I'll take it. Again, it's weird having this ride pattern change. Most of the other patterns are not that ride pattern. 1 and 3 and. Here we go. Uh-oh. read that wrong. Woo! We survived. My drum trigger's not picking up all the sounds. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. I'm not hearing my snare at all. Alright. Hard mode activate. Can't hear your instruments. Oh yeah, that's better. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. Why did I write that? That's a hard one. It's a fun one though. It's a good challenge. Alright, last chart for this particular pattern. Then we'll do another one. 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. Yeah, huge progress. So if you actually go back to like the prior streams, you'll see just how bad I was at that. And it's nice to see so much progress happening. I had fun with that. That felt way more in control. So hopefully a couple more times and we'll be able to graduate from this. But right now the average just still needs a lot of work. But that sounded way better than the one that I was just playing. With that open on 3 on the hi-hat. Okay, what's the next one that I need to work on? Samba feet, short notes on taps, long notes are flams on snare. Oh, okay. So this one, apparently we're in a samba mood today. Oh, why didn't it keep track of how it was last time? I think I did it at 160, and it was technically proficient, and I was doing all right on it. Okay, so this pattern, it's fairly basic. Okay, so you're doing the short notes on the snare drum, and the long notes are just flams. Okay, very basic samba variation while playing through these different charts. So I'm going to go back to the home tab on my tube view. In the limb independent section, because I want to play this faster, I'm going to go into the other playlist. Sibelius, when I export these, it wouldn't let me do from like 40 all the way up to 240 because the videos are so long, it would just like cut out all audio. And you know, that's kind of important, so had to get rid of it. Nice? Thank you. These are nice. There's over 2,000 play-alongs on here, so if you want to work on your technique, there's over 360 in there. There's 13 hours of drumming tips. There's over 1,000 grid variations, blah, 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 blah. Just go to the home tab. It'll keep you busy for a while. There's literally enough content that you could play 8 hours a day, every single day, for more than a year, and you still would not go through all of the content that's on here. So enjoy. Straight, 160. Cool. Maybe we'll find a swung one in a bit. I don't know. 31 to 35. Sure, sounds great. And since it's at 160, we'll just go to the very beginning. Otherwise, if you want to go faster, just go into the timestamps, select a BPM. You'll hear it count off, all that fun stuff. 2, and a 1, 2, ready, and... You can improvise on this first line if you want to. Whatever you want to do. Why is it not playing the flams? It's like just completely muting it out. It's weird. 1, 2, the drum trigger's acting up today. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I can't read today. I was too busy thinking about like another variation where you play paradiddles. And then I just like completely messed up the rhythms. I'm so sorry. Unsub. I understand. I don't blame you. Here we go. It's kind of funny that the like drum trigger is giving me so much trouble. I literally spent 45 minutes before the stream trying to fix some issues with the audio. Still not fixed. The grace note's like a little weird embellishment that you get out on here. Normally you wouldn't do like a full chart like this, but this is for practicing purposes. 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, so that's with the flam variation. Simpler than the other ones that we were doing, but it was mostly technically proficient. Again, hooked on phonics. I need a refund on that because I can't read rhythms. And I was making progress on it. And the next one, let's see, 35. What's this one? Samba feet again. We're in a samba mood, apparently. Okay, so this one. Play short nose. Two-handed crush on snare. Okay, so this one. You're playing short notes, You can't hear this because of the drum trigger. Like, this doesn't pick up the buzzes. But do like a crush stroke or a buzz if you want to change it up on the long notes. So, and I, for whatever reason, just like the feel of playing stick on stick with traditional, or even playing brushes. I prefer traditional, and I don't know why. I spent most of my time marching traditional, like several years on snare drum. And now I exclusively play match, except for on moments like this. For whatever reason, my brain is like, no, it feels better to do it the other way. Okay, let's do it at 160. So we'll stay in this playlist, and I'll just pick another one. 46 through 50. Sounds great. Again. And it'll count you off. You can't hear it. It's muted. It's there, though. I promise. 1, 2, ready, and... So same thing with the feet. Short notes are clicky clicky. Long notes are buzzes. Again, you won't hear the buzzes because the electronic part doesn't pick all that up. Oh, I read that wrong. Thank you for the sub, Ross. I appreciate you. Okay, 47. Agent 47. That's me. If you don't get that reference, that's okay. 1, 2. Here we go. It's a weird one, right? It's fun, though. It's a good challenge. And it sounds way better on an actual acoustic kit. I mean, this is technically acoustic, but it's like the hybrid setup. You know what I mean. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, maybe I don't need a refund on Hooked on Phonics. It's working better. 1, 2, here we go. Hello, how you doing on the YouTube horizontal? We got the horizontal and the vertical going simultaneously. Hershey's, welcome back. Ready? And... fun, right? It sounds so much better on acoustic set. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Technically proficient. Cool. So these are the ones that I wanted to work on today. And again, we're focusing on ones that aren't good. Now you might be like, that's cool, Jared, but I can't play samba yet. What about jazz? Well, Dom's book, which again is this one. Boop. 50 Ways of Syncopation. Highly recommend it. Dom's book has a ton of options here for you. Whoops. To work on stuff. So the very basic one is number 2, using short long. So all you're doing is ding ding a ding ding a ding ding a ding, okay? 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 on the hi-hat. 4 1 2. Okay, while you're doing this, you read the short notes, 8th notes on the snare drum. Long notes on the bass drum. Etc. Okay? So we'll play through a pattern with some swung, just so you can hear one pattern of that. And then I'm going to work on some double bass, which I'm also not good at yet. So again, all the charts are in here. And if you want to learn the steps to be able to play what I'm about to do, just go into the limb independent section and pick any one of these. I'm going to do this at a nice, comfortable, like, I don't know, 170. So we'll go here. But watch this video, how to develop limb independence on the drum kit. It's at the top of every one of these limb independence playlists. And it'll show you step by step how to build this up so you can read these charts. You can't just start here. Your brain will likely melt. So don't do that. But anyways, let's just do 1 through 5. Sounds great. Timestamps. I'm going to go to 170. And then it'll count me off in a moment. And then we'll play through it. Short notes on snare. Long notes on the bass. 1, 2, ready, and. Nice, comfy swung tempo. And this is in the swung playlist, so the play along is actually swung. Ready, and. Cool, right? Groovy. This is like the most stock like thing that you would probably play in like a jazz band. Play short notes on snare, long on bass drum. If you can do that, your director will be like, thank you. Fun, right? Number 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Some charts are easier than other charts. If this is too hard, again, watch that video on how to develop limb independence. It shows you how to use those timing exercises to work up to this. last chart. This one starts off with sing, sing, sing. The rhythms. Now I like hit my mouse while reading through that last chart, and it like threw me off for a little bit. Cool, it's a good one, right? So that's a very basic swung pattern, and this in Dom's book is pattern number 2. Pattern number 1 is the same idea, ding 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 ding. Well, you just read through it all on snare, and you can do it with these charts. You can do it with Dom's charts. There's 20 of them in his book. And you can also do it with Ted Reed's book, Syncopation. There's a ton of different things that you can practice this with. While playing through that was mostly musical. I was having fun, adding some timbres and textures and dynamic changes. When working on that, that is the ultimate goal, is to get things to sound that way. Now, I'm going to actually work on my feet. So I recently got a double kick pedal, and I've never worked it up before. So I'm going to work on it. And to practice that, I'm actually going to go into the Home tab, and we're scrolling all the way down into the Technique section. Now, for the Technique section, you actually have to click on the header where it says click for more to show you all of the playlists. Otherwise, it cuts it off and doesn't show you all of them. YouTube only like gives you a preview of 12 in this thing. Thank you for the like. But when you're on here, I'm going to go into the endurance and speed exercises, and there's a bunch of exercises in here that you can play to work on your hand speed to get those faster, like if you do blast beats or something. But also you can play these with your feet. But my feet stink right now, so like not, you know what I mean. They're not good right now. They're fine. I showered. Don't worry. But I'm gonna work on some single variations using the chug with Hertas. There's a lot of exercises in here that you can do entirely with your feet, but I'm specifically going to work on doing heel down, so like this. Sorry, it's playing on mine. And then heel up, where you're basically going like this, okay? So I'm going to work on those 2 different techniques and kind of switch between the 2. So let's see here. Oops, you can't see my screen. There we go. I don't know, 70, maybe? Is it just you? Is the screen blurry? I hope it's just you. The screen looks fine on my end. Might just be a slow internet or something. 1 and 2 and heel down. Okay, now heel up, so changing the technique. This one I have less experience with. And no! Okay, so this is out of control for me right now, so I'm actually going to slow this back down and refine it. So we're gonna go to 60. Again, so with most of what I have studied with just a very small amount of drum kit has been heel down, so you can have more control over the dynamics and whatnot, because the Dom Moyo is a Latin jazz drummer. So not a lot of heel up work. So we'll keep working on that. Slowing it back down again. I'm gonna go back down to the heel up, working on that technique that I was just attempting. What the drum trigger's not picking up all the sounds. Huh. The screen is blurry for you? Let me do a quick check on my end. Nope, looks perfect. I think it's your internet. So, sorry. With today's sponsor, you can upgrade to a new package of internet that will give you 7,000 bits per second. That's not fast. That's actually very slow. Anyways, let's do this again. Heel up. Count me off, please. Actually, let me get water. It's important to stay hydrated. And then we'll play it. Go. Need to have better posture. I slouch too much. 2. Ready and go. Man, my heel up is terrible. Heel down now. Switching techniques. And 2, and ready and go. That technique is way better. Let me pause it real quick. Now, this is like an early phase of what I'm trying to work on, is just to get the feet down. Once I get to the feet, like I'm more comfortable, a little bit faster, then I'll start adding in the hands, so like just etc. But right now I can't do that because I'm just trying to get the technique down, and then eventually you'll be able to like keep the hands going while playing a lot faster. But we're not there yet. We're in our baby steps. Heel up now. 2, and ready. Uh-oh. Now it got blurry. Why'd you do that? Hershey's. You made it blurry. You willed it into existence. Just like change resolution. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. I think we're almost at 10,000. We should hit it today. Woot! See how much better heel down sounds? That's because I practice it more. Heel up. Oof. We'll continue to work on that. It's a work in progress, folks. Okay, so again, that if you want to work on your double bass like I'm slowly attempting to learn, the endurance and speed exercises are great for working on your hands as well as your feet. So all this is on my home tab of YouTube. We've got 62 chop exercises right here, organized into these playlists. We got gaming stuff if you're also a nerd like I am. We got over 1,000 grid variations. You actually have to click on here to show you the 419 triplet grids, 477 16th note grids, or 577. And if you scroll all the way down, there's 37 wacky ones like Herta grid. So there's over 1,000 grid variations in here. Just focus on like rudiment on one for now. For limb independence, if you want to work on this, this is where I was using basically everything until the double bass work. All these charts are here. All these exercises for learning how to play these patterns are here. In any one of these playlists, just go to this video, how to develop limb independence on the drum kit, and that'll show you step by step what to work on for it. It does take some time, but I promise it works. I've taught this to students who have learned how to develop limb independence when they're like, I don't have innate ability. Well, guess what? That's not a thing. Anyways, there's over 460 marching bass exercises here. There's several different drumline cadences if you want to see the full score for there. There's computer science stuff because I've also taught that. There's over 360 technique exercises. This is where you can find the endurance and speed playlist that I was just working on, as well as a bunch more to work on your hands, your feet, your brain, whatever. There's over a dozen hours of drumming tips in here, some lessons, and then all of the prior live streams. So if you want to see what I was working on and how I practice stuff, the timestamps in the description will show you that so you can check it out. Now, for every one of these videos, there are timestamps that either let you jump to a specific BPM or that show you what I was talking about, like in these drumming tips. But you're going to find about 500 videos that say Members First on here. What is that? So Members First just means it's early access to videos that are coming out in the future. Because there's so many of them and I'm releasing one a day, it's over a year's worth of content. So if you want access to it, there's actually a way to get it for the cheapest possible option just by pressing the join button right here. This is the lowest I can make it. It's 99 cents. So you can get access to just under 500 videos. There's like 460 or something like that. So check that out if you want it, but otherwise just wait. They're all coming out for free. None of this will be behind like permanent paywalls or anything. It's only if you want early access. But if you want to find everything organized without the gaming and without the computer science content, the first link at the top of every one of these videos takes you to my website, which has all the chop exercises organized neater than what I can do on YouTube, all the grid variations, all the limb independent stuff, marching bass, the scores, the technique stuff, and then some more things like you can actually get Don Moyo's book at /gear. But if you click on books and gear I recommend, it takes you to here. And this is the book that I was working out of today, 50 Ways of Syncopation, as well as a bunch of other stuff if you want to see like what kind of books I recommend. Here's the pedal, the cymbals, the head, the sticks I'm using, blah, 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 blah. Most of these are affiliate links through Amazon, so thank you for people who've used it. It's no cost to you, but it helps me out. But if you enjoy this content, just share it with somebody else. Otherwise, just enjoy drumming. There's thousands of videos to work on, so it'll keep you and I busy for a while. Just go to the home tab if you want to find it. But I am going to get ready for this game. We're going to beat Uncharted Drake's Fortune, which is the first game out of 5. We're going to beat that here in a little bit. It'll probably take me about 20 or so minutes to get set up, and then we'll do that. And then we'll play the second one starting tomorrow. But anyways, I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping in, and goodbye.